All right, I'm Michael Pease. This is William Young. We're here at Grapplers Elite. Going to show you some control and movement, specifically mount with specifically super mount, which has a lot of moving parts. This is one of the first things I teach to try to get people to learn how to hold someone down, because if you can hold someone down, you'll find almost everybody will expose only a couple things, and you can focus on those and get really good. So this has a lot of moving parts. It's actually a little bit more complex because of it, but here we go. So mount. Mount is a position, it's a dominant position in jiu-jitsu where I can control and attack him in a lot of different ways. And what we want to do is we want to make it harder for him to escape. Now, one of the things that someone will do to escape is try to open up this space and try to get out. So more technical people will do that. They may try to roll you off of them, or they may just be really strong, aggressive, powerful. In real life, this would be very, someone's gonna have a lot of adrenaline on their side, and so this move will help to deal with all of that. So the first part we're gonna talk about is the hip placement. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my weight, and I'm gonna go ahead so you can see I have no weight on the ground. Now I actually want to have contact to the ground, otherwise I lose some of my control, but I don't want to sit my weight on my contact points. I want to sit all my weight on him. And what I want to do is I want to use my hips. So I'm going to take a point of my hip and center it to his body. So I'm going to come over and center that down. Okay? Just like that. On the other side, I can take that point and center it, which makes myself much heavier as I put a smaller point in on focusing my weight a little bit more. And so, depending on where he goes, I'll adjust this. And I recommend you actually start with just this movement as you practice, and then we'll add in our legs a little bit, okay? Our legs, I'm gonna show it from here and then change angles. From here, what I'm gonna do is as my right hip goes down, my right knee is gonna squeeze in. So let's go ahead and change angles slightly. Squeeze in, I'm gonna kind of lift up at his thigh. Okay, this leg here can go anywhere from his hip out to his thigh, but I shouldn't be stretching out here, because this creates a problem where he can, show him real quick, he can get under that and pop that off and escape the leg. So I actually wanna stay somewhere between the knee and the thigh, but I'm kind of lifting that up, okay? Squeezing my knee in as this hip pressures down, okay? If you wrestle, it's a lot like sprawling, okay? At the same time, my other leg, when my right hip goes down, my other leg, again, I want to have my foot in contact to him. I'm gonna be more at the knee. I'm gonna go wide with my knee. So if I put my left hip down, my left knee pinches in, and I kind of lift his leg on that side. Next thing I want to show you is what we can do with the hands. A lot of things, I start with a good base, generally speaking, but I can also use my arms for different control. I can come behind the head, which is something I like to do. This allows me, as I drop my weight, I can also apply pressure with my shoulder to help control it. This hand, though I'm not going to rest my weight on it, I will push my weight back to him. Okay, so if he's really aggressive at trying to throw me off, I can pinch that in really, really easily. He goes the other way. Now, even if I can't get deep like this, if someone tries to push me off, just catching their head and pressing my hip back into him really will do a lot to maintain control. Of course, deep is better, and I can really put some uncomfortable pressure on. Now, one thing I want to be careful of is letting my knees lift too far off the mat. So if he's pushing me this way, this one might float up a little bit, but what I don't want him to do is be able to reach down there
and get under it, because that might cause me some trouble. So as long as his hand's up here, I'm fine. I can be patient, trying to work that back down. But if he tries to slip that down, I need to make sure I push that knee back down and put weight on it. So from here, if that hand goes down there, make sure I stay heavy on that. Now, different things he can do to try to stop me, we're gonna mention. He might try to push me away, push me back. I can neutralize this just by swimming, not pushing his arm off, but just kind of circling around. Like that wax on, wax off kind of thing from Karate Kid. So if I'm on top of someone, he tries to push, I can circle. Circle. Okay? If he tries to trap my arm, like so, if I just take my elbow as he reaches up and angle it outward, he's dealing with a very straight, stiff arm. Right there. If I leave it here, this is much weaker. If I see that arm come out, I just kind of angle my elbow out a little bit more. And I can still do this, and I'll look to catch the arm and I'm all kinds of trouble. All right, so it's just a little adjustment. Just don't leave my elbow relaxed in, but instead kind of push it out. Makes it really hard. So those are a couple things. So again, quick recap. Hips will adjust. So take that little point, put it in the center of his body. If my right hip is down, my right knee squeezes in and I lift. So all the work is done on one side, the other side is entirely posting. So right hip, right arm, right leg controlling. Left side is all post. Okay? Again, the other side, everything changes. Simple enough? I say simple enough. This has a lot of moving parts. To learn this, you need to really review it, practice, but I find it so valuable to use this because this guy's really aggressive. This guy is strong. This guy's got a lot of adrenaline or very technical. This helps stop him from rolling you, helps stop him from getting his guard up. This will really, really help hold this position. So, again, I'm Michael Pease. This is William Young here at Grapplers Elite. See you later.